with WCW, how did you actually get in there? Like, is that you guys calling them and saying, "Hey, we're out of WWF. We want to get back into wrestling at
That's
WCW."
exactly what it is. We were actually over in both companies. If I go back and look now, there was a lot of signs and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah.
you can look at it. Maybe I'm delusional, but damn, when I look at it now, it seems like a lot of people like doing the dumb hand things and everything. There was a lot of people doing that. And so right when we got out of WWE, we called WCW. We were like, "Can we come?" They were like, "Yep." And the difference with WCW is they would be like, "How many people do you need? How many flights do you need?" And we would say 7. And they would be like, "No problem," and we would fly our whole fucking crew, because we'd be on tour and all our friends would be like, "Can we come?" We'd be like, "Yeah, they're flying 7 of us out." They just blew money like they didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So we would bring our whole crew. We had so much fun in WCW. Oh man, WCW. That's where we met Vampiro, and he's still. I just saw him 2 months ago. He's still one of our best friends. You know what I mean? And we met Vampiro there, and it was over once we met Vampiro, man. Oh, the fun we had. We had so much fun in WCW that when we weren't on tour with ICP, we would go on tour with WCW doing house shows in our tour bus. We would follow their trucks and do house shows. We were on a house show in Florida the very first time Hulk Hogan ever wrestled Bret Hart. The very first time they ever locked up. It was at a house show in Florida. We were on the undercard, and I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? But we used to do house shows with them and everything, man. I don't think we did any house shows with WWE, but we did it all with WCW.
Damn, that's amazing. And obviously in '99, Brett and Hogan, it was amazing. It was like a dream match. Like, man, they should have wrestled years ago. Like, that's awesome to be
That's
on
what I
that
mean. It
card.
was a huge deal to me,
Yep.
And Hogan wore the yellow, which he wasn't even on TV at the time. You know what I mean? And he wore the yellow. And what was cool about WCW was just the like we ended up doing 2 runs there. Okay, we were there for like 6 months, and then we left. We I don't know, we went back on the road or something, but it got too busy, and we left. And they brought in the Misfits with Vampiro. And so when we were done doing whatever we were doing, we may have even been shooting our movie. I'm not too good with years. But when we finished doing whatever it was we were doing, we wanted to go back. And they took us back, and we went back for another run. You know what I mean? And when we came back for the second run, they had Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo there. And that's another reason why I want to talk to Vince Russo, because check it out. When they brought Vince Russo in, I remember the talk all in the dressing room was Vince Russo can decide who he wants to keep and who he wants to get rid of. You know what I mean? And so Vince Russo could have easily fired us from WCW because we had just walked out on him in WWE like 18 months earlier. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Out the side door, like 15 minutes before the match. So he could have been like, no, fuck those guys. I don't trust them. Get them out of here, But he didn't. And I believe the reason Russo didn't fire us is because he knew he was bullshitting us with that commercial. You know what I'm saying? I think he knew he was stringing us on. You know what I mean? So he probably felt like, they had a right to leave. I bullshitted them for a long time about that commercial. You know what I mean? That's my speculation, But he didn't fire us.